cinema matinee. I ain't got $7.50 to pay.
Everybody now.
What does a black man have to do to get adopted by a rich white family?
Why does it have to be black? I see how you guys are. Why can't I get adopted
Hey
by
man,
Sandra Bullock?
Sandra Bullock likes big dicks. That's all it is.
Oh,
now they have,
Jesus.
they have surgery for that these days.
Let's face it. If you've seen the trailer for this movie, you've seen the movie.
This is actually based on a true story, although here's where I'm going to piss off some of our fans who like sports. I don't. So I had no idea who Michael Orr was. And apparently this is based on the real story of this very successful, I'm told, football player.
It's pretty much about this rich family called the Tuohys. At one time, Sean Tuohy was a successful basketball player. He went on to own a bunch of Taco Bell franchises.
Sure.
And
That
so
sounds like he did well for himself.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. And the funny thing about it is, if you watch this movie, like at the end of the film, they show you what the real Tuohys look like.
Yeah.
Like in the movie, they're kind of a sexy couple. You know, you got Sandra Bullock and Tim McGraw, and I thought he was good in the movie. But when they start showing pictures, it was like, yeah, Sean Tuohy owns a lot of Taco Bells because he eats that every day.
Yeah, if I owned a Taco Bell, yeah.
They see this black kid like walking home one night in the rain, the cold, and Leanne Tuohy, who seems to be a good Samaritan, she's like, we don't know where this kid is going. We don't know what kind of situations he's in. Let's bring him over to the house.
Why were you going to the gym? Big Mike, why were you going to the gym?
Because it's warm.
Do you have any place to stay tonight? Don't you dare lie to me.
Yeah, she's that rare Christian who actually has read the Bible and walks it like she talks it.
They decide to bring him home for one night because he has nothing to do. But as he stays, they pretty much find out this guy, he's a really sweet kid. I mean, he's big and he's not very, on the outside, not very smart, but obviously he has nowhere to go.
I kept thinking, man, the only reason, if this guy had just been some skinny little nerd, they never would have picked his ass up. Okay, we've seen stuff like this before, but it's a little better than usual, partially because Sandra Bullock is pretty good in it. But that's where it lost me, because it started going into stuff that I just don't know what the they were talking about. I mean, I don't know anything about college ball or college coaches.
I don't want to come down too much on if they actually did help a kid. But, I mean, the name of the actor who played it is Quentin Aaron. Mm-hmm. The way they had him play Michael Orr, the real life figure in the movie, is it either looked like he was on the verge of crying or taking a shit through the whole movie. And they really did make it seem like he was some Neanderthal kid until the great white hopes of the world actually understood him and actually start to help him out. If they had just made him a stronger presence throughout the movie, even when he's becoming smarter, he's played like a big dumb oaf.
I do always hate that. I mean, I always think back to Ghost of Mississippi, the Medgar Evers story where they had to tell it from Alec Baldwin's point of view. It's like, look, people won't come see this unless we see it from a white guy's point of view. And and it says to them like, hey, adopt a big black teen.
Sure, why not?
Even if you have a young daughter who's the same age.
Yeah, the whole
because he won't try to f her.
Oh, come on,
really.
man. See, now you acting like the people we're talking about. He wouldn't have done that.
Hey, man, we're all...
You would have done it.
Well, that's me.
In 1,000 years, we're all going to be cappuccino anyway.
I've always admired Sandra Bullock. I always opt to see the strong female character in a movie, and she is that character in this film. Overall, what it comes down to is just that this is one of those really predictable films that we see all the time. It's for that audience, but maybe not for me. And for that reason, that's why I would give this a rental.
It's still not a good movie per se, but just all those little bits bring it up to a high rental.
I could talk to you all day about the negative things about this movie, but there's positive things too. But to me, it's everything I saw in the trailer. It's a rental movie.
Because, well, the movie isn't offensive in the way we thought it was going to be, but you watch the trailer, and the trailer, your instinct is to jump on, okay, this is kind of offensive right from the get-go. The idea of this poor black kid from the slums, and the rich white woman pulls him up and kind of, makes him her like pet black guy.
Oh, the only thing that's missing from the trailer in this movie that Sandra Bullock is walking this Negro around on a leash somewhere.